As you can see, it is a bit chillier today, sort of showing the warmer clothes, and also thought it to be good to be tasting red wines for this video. So the wines that we're going to taste is the Polo Club Merlot and the Cape Epic blend, which is a Pinot Shiraz blend. The Polo Club Merlot is a very fruity wine. This wine is made to express varietal characters. So Merlot, in my opinion, should always be a very fruit-driven style wine. You should have lovely raspberry, strawberry, fruity characteristics that come through. And on the palate, it's got a beautiful structure. The grapes are sourced from the Paarl region, slightly warmer climate, picked at optimal ripeness to ensure really good fruit quality. And when it's made in the winery, it undergoes a process where the grapes are crushed and destemmed. Red wine making is different from white wine making. With white wines that we tasted in the previous videos, the grapes will immediately go to the press to separate the juice from the skins. And then the wine will be fermented and will either go into tank, to the barrels, and to be left to age or to be bottled. With red wine, the process is slightly different. When the grapes come into the cellar, it is processed, but you keep the skins in contact with the juice. This is where red wine gets its color and flavor, is from the skins. So after the destemming and crushing process, the wine will go into the tanks on its skins, and it will ferment on its skins to extract that color and flavor. After fermentation, red wine undergoes a secondary fermentation process called malolactic fermentation. So this malolactic fermentation is what makes red wine soft and smooth, because when you taste the wine, especially like something like the Polo Club Merlot, then you really can, when you taste the wine, it's soft and smooth. It shouldn't be with white wine where you describe wine as being fresh and crisp. Red wine you describe as being soft and smooth, mellow, velvety, and that is that malolactic fermentation that either takes place in tank or in the barrels. The Polo Club Merlot was 25% was aged in barrels for 12 months, and 75% of the wine was then matured on oak staves. What that means is we take exactly the same staves, the French staves that is made to make the barrel. It's the planks we actually put in the tank, and then we pump the wine onto the staves to mature in tank. The reason for this is you get a slightly softer oak extraction. The Polo Club Merlot is made to be an easier drinking wine and a fruit-driven wine. So you don't want to use too many oak on the wine. You really want to express the fruit. That's why the 25% that's in barrel is older barrels, third and fourth fill barrels, and the portion in tank is only for 6 months. It will be kept on the staves. What the staves will do is just to give the wine good structure, good mouthfeel, and you get that slight good integration of fruit and tannin that you will find on the taste of the wine. When tasting the Polo Club Merlot, you can definitely smell beautiful red fruit coming through on the nose, and on the palate that fruit just follows through. You get that lovely structure from the staves and the portion that was in barrel that was blended before bottling. You get that nice lift from the tannins, and that slight more fuller taste that the oak contributed to the taste of the wine. I think the Polo Club Merlot, it is made to be an easier drinking red wine, and when you smell it, taste it, I think that really follows through. Okay, so the next one we're going to taste is the Cape Epic blend. It's a Pinotage Shiraz blend. It's a 2016 vintage. The Cape Epic blend is sort of just a step up from the Polo Club Merlot wine that we tasted previously. You will see also the color is slightly darker. The smell of the wine is richer. You get more of that Pinotage and Shiraz spicier notes that come through on the nose, and on the palate the wine has a richer structure, more texture, a bit more mouthfeel. It's more full-bodied than the Polo Club Merlot. The way we achieve this style of wine is to pick Pinotage and Shiraz within the Paarl region, and also from a Shiraz vineyard that we have here on Val de Vie on the estate. The winemaking is the same as with the Merlot, but just when it comes to the aging, after the malolactic fermentation took place, the Cape Epic blend is matured in 225 litre barrels, so the smaller barrels. About 70% is French oak barrels, 15% is American oak, and another 15% is in Hungarian oak. The Pinotage is mostly in the Hungarian oak. We found that for the style of the Cape Epic blend, the Hungarian oak gives us nice spicy aromas, but also really protects that beautiful raspberry fruit flavors that the Pinotage normally have. Then the Shiraz is divided up into the American portion and also the French portion of the oak. The American oak gives slightly more vanilla-y, sweeter characteristics to the wine, whereas the French oak really just gives nice spice and nice structure and good tannins on the taste of the wine. So when you taste the Cape Epic blend, you really get all that combination from the spicier notes, the sweeter notes, and also the beautiful fruit of the Pinotage and the Shiraz. This is a 50-50% blend, so we have 50% Pinotage and 50% Shiraz in this blend. Interesting story with the Cape Epic blend. What makes it so unique, we have a term for Pinotage based blends in South Africa called Cape blends, which means the majority of the varieties in the blend is also Pinotage, which is proudly South African. We thought it really well to have this blend for the Cape Epic blend, seeing that it takes place in South Africa and also finishing on Val de Vie, which is partly a wine estate too. It's good to have a wine that celebrates everything from South African varieties to having a big cycle tour like this in South Africa and finishing on Val de Vie Estate. Thank you, and if you like these type of videos and content that we shared with you today, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and please leave comments below and give us feedback. Thank you.